to my knowledge, holographic or invisible animatronics haven't really been a thing yet in the franchise.
Well, that's where you're wrong, MatPat, but that's okay. I can take it from here. Dance With Me is the second story of the fourth installment of the Fazbear Fright series of books, and one of the few to heavily feature Ballora, the 6'2" fun-time ballerina animatronic with some interesting costume choices. When the story released in July of 2020, not many people saw the potential for lore's significance. Then, a year and a half later, Security Breach would give us a clue that should have sent us back to this story, but it seems we missed it. And when you hear the clip I'm going to play later in this video, you'll understand just why I think this story is more important than we gave it credit for. It's about time I shed some light on the subject, so let's review the story of Dance With Me and break down some of the common misconceptions about it, as well as point out the potential lore hiding in the pages. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more FNAF and other internet horror content. I upload every Friday and would love to have you become a part of the nervous system. Turning on bell notifications is the best way to make sure you're notified when I upload. And if you think someone you know might enjoy this theory, please consider sharing it with them. And without further ado, let's get theorizing.
Save me a dance for another day, perhaps.
Casey is a young woman who has had a rough start in life. Kicked out at the age of 16 due to her mother's new boyfriend and forced to drop out of school to focus on making money, she was far from set up for success. Her hardships led her to take drastic measures to survive, and after two men, Jack and Agee, notice her talents in pickpocketing, they recruit her into their den of thieves. Casey seems to feel more guilt over stealing than the other two, which comes to a head the day that she steals a purse outside of Circus Baby's Pizza World and realizes some of the contents of the purse belonged to a little girl, including a pair of cardboard novelty glasses decorated with a picture of Ballora and a note that read, "Put on the glasses and Ballora will dance for you." Casey decides to try the glasses on while her friends are out partying, and they make her feel sick. But sure enough, in the distance, she sees a blue, holographic, twirling Ballora. She is amazed by what the glasses are capable of since they appear to be such a cheap toy. Oddly enough, when she shares this discovery with Jack and Agee, neither of them are able to see Ballora. This troubles Casey, and she begins obsessing over the glasses, always keeping them in her pocket. Every time she wears the glasses, two things are constant. She feels dizzy and sick, and Ballora keeps getting closer. As she gets closer, she becomes more real and less holographic. Casey points out her different colors and joints. She notes that as Ballora dances, the fall leaves around her are kicked up and begin to spin around her. This is genuinely frightening and baffling to Casey since Ballora isn't a physical object, just a projection. A hologram. Eventually, Casey becomes so afraid of what happens when Ballora gets close enough to touch her that she believes she must start a new life away from Circus Babies, believing the effect to somehow be linked to the building. She runs away and has a nightmare of Ballora calling her a thief, and ultimately ends up in Nashville, Tennessee. There, she wants to make a fresh start, but needs clothes for an interview. She cannot afford the dress she needs, so she attempts to shoplift it. She is caught, and when she looks outside, even though she is not wearing the glasses, she can tell Ballora is there, as hundreds of leaves are swirling just outside of the store. After a customer offers to buy her the dress, she goes back to her hotel room. When she puts on the glasses, Ballora is at the window, her fingernails scraping against the glass. Her details are fully visible now, and Casey can even see the wear and tear on the animatronic. She realizes what she must do, so after the interview, she finds the driver's license of the woman whose purse she stole from Circus babies, and hitchhikes to the woman's home to return the wallet and glasses to their rightful owners. The mother is grateful for Casey owning up to her actions and making it right, as Casey offers to pay back the money she took. When she returns the glasses to the little girl named Isabella, she watches as the child puts on the glasses, exclaims that she sees Ballora, and then begins to dance. The ending is intentionally ambiguous about whether or not the child becomes possessed by Ballora or is simply dancing with their favorite character. But what does all this mean? And what lore significance do I think it contains? Well, first, let me go over a common misconception I have seen people say about this story so we can get the full picture.
Ballora is here, in the room with us.
The biggest misconception I hear when people are speaking about Dance With Me is when they refer to Ballora as a blue, holographic version of the animatronic. While they are not completely wrong in this assessment, it is very important to understand that Ballora appears as a hologram, but is later revealed to be much more. She is fully formed and in view by the end of the story, suggesting that she operates similarly to Glitchtrap in Help Wanted 1. Something about the prolonged exposure to the glasses gives her the ability to manifest and seem to interact with the physical world. I'm sure most who read the story understood this, but some who have only heard a summary may miss this crucial information, so I want to really drive the point home that Casey's only word to initially describe Ballora was hologram. She just didn't understand yet that these glasses were capable of much more. She likes those hard pets, man. Toast and ciabatta, here to be a part of it all.
These are strange circumstances that have brought us together.
First of all, the themes of motherhood in this story are no coincidence. Casey envies others for having more attentive moms. She justifies stealing from the circus baby mother by suggesting she can just buy her kids more candy. And at one point in the story, a grandmotherly figure stops to offer Casey some food and sage advice. Ballora has always seemed to represent a motherly figure within the franchise and has even been speculated to contain the spirit of Mrs. Afton. However, she has also been a symbol of confession. Many of her voice lines relate to what the listener may feel guilt or shame about, and have sort of a beckoning tone about them.
Why do you hide inside your walls? All I see is an empty room. No more joy, an empty tomb. Admit it. You wanted to let me in. Don't be shy.
This theme continues when Ballora appears in Casey's nightmares to call her a thief and a liar, seeming to drive her to confessing her crimes and returning the stolen items. While these themes of guilt and confession throughout the FNAF franchise could be their own video, I want to focus on the luring aspect of this story. Ballora was able to infiltrate the thoughts of Casey to such a degree that it influenced her behavior, even appearing in her nightmares without the aid of the glasses. This again mirrors the behaviors of Glitchtrap. Tape Girl not only makes it clear that Glitchtrap seemed to cause Jeremy to have vivid nightmares, but that he was driven to use the guillotine paper cutter on his face. One thing that is different about the two instances is Casey's sickness. Whenever Casey wears the glasses, she can't keep them on for long, as it makes her feel dizzy and nauseous. While there are a number of reasons why this could be, all I want to focus on right now is that nausea is also a symptom Cassie experiences while wearing the Vanny mask in Ruin.
Ugh, I'm gonna puke.
Okay, so I'm just saying that I believe Dance With Me was trying to help us understand what was happening to Jeremy in Help Wanted 1 and foreshadowing what was to come in Ruin and Help Wanted 2, right? No, I believe that these glasses exist within the game's world, and Security Breach outright tells us. Listen to this overhead speaker announcement that the Pizzaplex will be closing soon.
Please make your way to the front of the building, where you will be given novelty glasses, a voucher for one free soda refill, and where you will sign a legal disclaimer releasing us of all liability for anything that might have happened during your visit. You will be given novelty glasses.
Think about the fact that Security Breach was supposed to be released in late 2020 before some understandable delays. The stories in this book were meant to be fresher in our minds when the game released, but instead it was December of 2021, and by then we'd reached the natural end of the series. We went from 4 books and 12 stories and 4 epilogues to 11 books with 33 stories and 11 epilogues. It's no wonder this line didn't stick out to us. So what do I think the significance of these glasses are in the game world? Well, whatever mixture of technology and remnant or agony is powering these glasses has the capacity to influence human behavior. Glitchtrap is shown leading the player to a back room, and Ballora is able to drive Casey to return the glasses to the little girl she stole them from. Both entities also seem to take hold over their target and possess them. Though the little girl's dancing is meant to be ambiguous, the parallel is still there. It's not just possible, but likely that these glasses could have been used to possess or influence people, getting them into the Pizzaplex and into places they ought not to be. If they act similarly to the Vanny Mask at all, it would even allow them to get past the animatronics' security protocols. The Vanny Mask does show Cassie images of Roxy throughout the Pizzaplex, her favorite, but I know that is slipping into speculation territory. So not only do these glasses strengthen the connections between Circus Baby's Pizza World and the Mega Pizzaplex, but it could also help explain the recent disappearances, either by luring people to the Pizzaplex as previously stated, or if we are working under the assumption that the animatronics themselves have some kind of perception blocking tech that is slowly broken by wearing the glasses, they could be physically napping these kids, then taking them to the Pizzaplex. It could be just as disorienting for a person if the glasses are suddenly blocking out something your brain has become used to hearing all the time. It could be similar to the way it feels to step off of a treadmill. The point is, human perception can be altered, and in the Fazverse, that dial seems turned up to 11. If you ask me, Ballora's aim in Dance With Me isn't necessarily to help Casey turn away from a life of crime, though her motherly presence and inclination to seek out confessions could easily cause one to reconsider their life choices. A through line in the FNAF franchise is a character's guilt leading them to try to right a wrong only to activate the next trap or instance of suffering. It only makes sense that Casey's guilt leads her to return the glasses, a strange act considering she witnessed Ballora's threatening and violent behavior, passing on the problem to an unsuspecting child. Ballora's only goal was to possess a body, and maybe even specifically Isabella. She could have just been angry to see Casey there instead. The way Isabella responds when putting on the glasses also reminds me a bit of the Brazil ending from Ruin, as if she is in a dreamlike state while her body is now controlled by Ballora. Isabella remains in a world where she can dance forever, just like Ballora always sings about.
It's so good to sing all day, to dance, to spin, to fly away.
All right, that is it for this week's theory. What did you think? Let me know and keep the conversation going in the comments below. Again, please like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video and become a part of the nervous system. I'll be back next week for more, but if you can't wait, there's suggested videos on the screen just for you and some mini theories on my shorts feed about Poppy Playtime and FNAF. Okay, bye! She justifies stealing from the circus baby mother by suggesting that she can just buy more kids. Buy more kids. Just buy more kids. As easy as that.